When you're ready, come to your backs in a comfy position, whatever that looks like for you this morning. Start by noticing your breath. In all four parts of your breath. Your breath in. Space at the top of your breath. Your breath out. Now pause right at the bottom. Feeling how naturally your breath comes back in. And as you're ready to bring in movement, bend your knees, ground the soles of your feet about mat width. Slowly windshield wiper your knees side to side. And the next time that your knees come to the left, pause there. Reach your arms to the back right corner of your mat. Gently press through the inside edge of your right foot, pressing your right knee forward. Big breath in. Long breath out. Your inhale, make your way back through center. And exhale, switch your sides. Let's gently press through the inside edge of your left foot, pressing your left knee forward. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Your inhale, make your way back through center. Now on your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here, rock left and right. Circle your knees or your feet. Coming back to center, lower your left leg to the ground, wrap your strap around your right foot. And extend your right foot to the ceiling. Press your foot into your strap, engage your quad, and then gently draw your straight right leg toward you. Big breath in. Hug your leg in a little bit closer as you breathe out. And then take your strap in your left hand, cross your right leg over your left side. Right into that space between your right rib cage and hip. Big breath in. Long breath out. Your inhale, make your way back through center. And again, exhale, push your foot into your strap, engage your quad. Gently draw your straight leg toward you. Big breath in. Hug your leg in closer as you breathe out. Then taking your strap in your right hand, open your right leg to the right. Only so far as your left hip stays grounded. Couple more full breaths here. Then strap in your right hand, gently hold or pull your strap to the right. Resist as you pull your right leg back to center. So you're breathing right into your right inner thigh. When you get back to center, one more time, push your foot into your strap, engage your quad, gently draw your straight leg toward you. Big breath in. And on your exhale, take a half happy baby. Bend your knee to the outside of your rib cage. Hold on to your foot with your strap or your hand, but let your shoulder blades soften and then push your foot up into whatever's holding it. Breathe right into your outer right hip. Big breath in. And then exhale, keep your half happy baby, but let everything soften, including your hip. One more breath in. And exhale, release your strap. Let's bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over your left quad, reverse pigeon. Gently draw your legs toward you. Few more full breaths here. And then release your hands, unwind your legs. Bring your knees to a 90-degree angle over your hips. And roll all the way to your left. Stack your right hip and knee on top of your left. Keep your hips stacked, peel open through your right side. So you're breathing right into your mid-upper back. Few more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, make your way back through center. Hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement. And then coming back to center. Lower your right leg to the ground, wrap your strap around your left foot. Extend your foot to the ceiling, actively engage your left quad. Gently draw your straight left leg toward you. Big breath in. Hug your leg in a little bit closer as you breathe out. Then taking your strap in your right hand, cross your left leg over your right side. Breathe right into that space between your left rib cage and hip. Big breath in. Long breath out. And as you're ready, make your left leg back through center with your left leg. Push your foot into your strap, engage your quad again, gently draw your straight leg toward you. Big breath in. Hug your leg in a little bit closer, breathe out. And then take your strap in your left hand, open your left leg to the left. Only so far as your right hip stays grounded. A few more full breaths here. Right hip still on the ground. Gently pull your strap to the left. Resist, pull your left leg back to center. So you're breathing right into your left inner thigh as you pull your leg back to center. And then at center, one more time, push your foot into your strap, engage your quad, gently draw your straight leg toward you. Big breath in. Exhale, half happy baby. Bend your knee to the outside of your rib cage. Ground your shoulder blades. Hold onto your foot with your hand where your strap. Push your foot up into whatever's holding it. Breathe right into the outside of your left hip. Now, as you do that, let your neck and your shoulders and your jaw all soften. One more breath and push your foot up. And then exhale, keep this shape, but let everything soften. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then release your strap if you still have it. Bend your right knee, cross your left ankle over your right quad, reverse pigeon. Gently draw your legs toward you. Big breath in. Hug your legs in closer, breathe out. And then release your hands, unwind your legs, bring your knees back to a 90-degree angle over your hips. This time roll all the way to your right. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Keep your hips stacked. Peel open through your left side. Whether or not your left shoulder comes to the ground here doesn't matter. Few more full breaths. And then as you're ready, make your way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. Come back to center, lower your feet to the ground hip width. Bring your fingers to graze your heels, press your feet and your arms down, lift your hips, bridge pose. Press through your shoulder blades so there's minimal pressure in your neck. Engage your glutes, lift your hips up higher, pull your feet toward your arms without actually moving them to help engage your hamstrings. One more breath in. And exhale. Slowly lower to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. This time rock forward and backward along your spine. Snake your way through your seat to a tabletop. And in your tabletop, take some intuitive cat-cow breaths. Inhale your belly to the ground, bring your gaze up. And exhale, round your spine. Press up through your mid-upper back. Just follow the rhythm of your breath. And any side-to-side movements that feel nourishing to your side body or your hips or your shoulders, your neck. Take a couple more full breaths where you're at. Then coming back to a neutral spine. Ground your palms, press up through your mid-upper back as you would in a cat pose. Press or step your feet back, plank pose. And then from your plank, you can stay on your toes, you can bring your knees back to the ground. Engage your legs, squeeze your glutes. Keep pressing up through your mid-upper back. Actively press down through the pads of your fingers and your palms. Breathe, you're here for 5. You've got this, you're here for 4. You're here for 3. Big breath in. Exhale slowly, lower to the ground. Soften your feet. Press your feet into the mat, draw your low belly in to support your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest up, cobra pose. And really engage your legs tighter. Squeeze the tops of your inner thighs together. Engage your glutes, low belly, and lift your chest up even higher. Big breath in. And exhale, lower down, let everything soften. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then widening your cobra base, walk your fingers out and back a few inches, fingers still light. Press your feet down. Low belly in, engage your legs, engage your glutes, lift your chest up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And priority here, draw your low belly toward your spine. So you're using that pulling in from your front to minimize how much arch can come from your low back. Big breath in. And exhale, lower down, bend your knees, slide back, child's pose. And then in your child pose, separate your hand shoulder width, walk your hands forward, lift your palms so just the pads of your fingers are on the ground. Let your head and your neck soften and then press through the pads of your fingers. So you're breathing into that space between your shoulder blades. Big breath in. Long breath out. And soften your palms to the ground. Come forward onto your hands, breathe in. Curl your toes under downward facing dog, breathe out. And from your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. And again, inhale up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. And inhale, extend your right leg high. And exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Scrounge your left palm, extend your right arm toward the ceiling, take a twist, breathe in. Your exhale to horizon lunge, drop the outside edges of your feet to the ground so toes point to the right. Press your hips to the ceiling, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. Big breath in. And exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the left, wide-legged forward fold. Here for just a couple full breaths. Actively press through your feet, engage your quads. Big breath in. And breathe out. And then keep your hips square. Press your feet into the ground, engage your quads. So use that pressing down to help keep your hips square. Walk your right hand over toward your left, whether it's still on the ground or it's on your foot or your shin. Bring your left hand to your left hip, twist to the left so this twist comes from your torso. Draw your low belly in. Press your feet down more firmly, engage your quads tighter, twist a little bit deeper. One more breath in. And exhale, unwind to the top of your space, low lunge. Ground your palms, shift your weight to your left foot, extend your right leg up and back. 3-leg down dog, breathe in. Bend and scorpion as you breathe out. Engage your right glute, lift your right hip up. Actively engage your standing left quad. Press through your palms, breathe in. And on your exhale, bring your right knee to float on the outside of your right elbow. Press up through your mid-upper back. Use your right glute and hip to lift your knee up higher. And then step your foot to the outside of your hand. From here, find a lizard pose. You can stay on your left toes. You can bring your left knee to the ground. You can stay on your palms. You can come to your forearms or to a block. Breathe into your right inner thigh, into your groin. You can add work for your outer right hip here by pressing your arm and your leg into each other. Notice your breath out. Few more full breaths. And if you're pushing your arm and your leg into each other, soften. Bring your hands back to the ground if they're not there. Slide your right knee back to meet your left. Slide your hips back, child's pose. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Then come forward onto your hands, breathe in. Curl your toes under downward facing dog, breathe out. From your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. Inhale, extend your left leg high. And exhale, step your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Scrounge your right palm, extend your left arm to the ceiling, take a twist, breathe in. And then horizon lunges your breath out, drop the outside edges of your feet to the ground. Press your hips to the ceiling, squeeze your inner thighs together or toward each other. Big breath in. And exhale, unwind, quarter turn to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Again, here for just a couple of breaths. Actively press through your feet, engage your quads. And then releasing your hands beneath your shoulders. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Hips stay right where they're at. On your exhale, walk your left hand toward the right. Bring your right hand to your right hip, twist to the right. So this twist is coming from your mid-upper back. Press your feet down even more intentionally. Engage your quads, engage your glutes. Draw your low belly in as you twist a little bit deeper. Big breath in. And exhale, unwind back to the top of your space, low lunge, bending into your left knee. Ground your palm, shift your weight to your right foot, extend your left leg up and back. 3-leg down dog, breathe in. Bend and scorpion as you breathe out. Engage your left glute, lift your hip up, press through both hands. Big breath in. And on your exhale, bring your left knee to float on the outside of your left elbow. Engage your left glute and hip, pick your knee up higher, and then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lizard pose this side. So you can stay on your right toes, you can bring your knee to the ground. Stay on your palms or any other variation within your arms. Add work for your outer left hip by pressing your left arm and leg into each other. And if you're on your back toes, press your knee away from the ground so that back leg is strong. Few more full breaths here. And then if you're pressing your arm and your leg together, let that soften. Bring your hands back to the ground if they're not already there. Slide your left knee back to meet your right. Slide your hips back, child's pose. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And then separate your hands shoulder width. Come forward onto your palms, breathe in. Curl your toes under downward facing dog, breathe out. From your dog, inhale, press up high into your toes. And exhale, heels toward the ground. Then walk your feet forward to meet your hands, forward fold, top of your space. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. If you have a block, take your, or other object, take your block. If you don't have one, also perfectly fine. We're gonna come into a chair pose, but place your block between your thighs or your knees where you can hold. Sink your hips back, reach your arms forward, chair pose. Squeeze your legs into the block or squeeze your inner thighs together if you're not holding something. Draw your low belly in, find a really subtle tuck of your tail. Sit your hips down and back. Keep squeezing your legs toward each other. So you're using your inner thighs here. Big breath in. Sit down and back a little bit further, breathe out. And then keep squeezing your legs together, particularly if you have an object. Breathe in. On your exhale, drinking bird, come high into your toes, fly your arms. Squeeze your legs into that block, work your inner thighs, breathe in. Pick your heels up a little bit higher if you're on your toes. Heels can always be on the ground if your ankles don't support being on your toes. That's perfectly fine. If you're on your toes, stay there, keep your block. Bring your fingers to graze your mat. Rise to standing on your toes. And then exhale, heels to the ground. Take a back bend, let it go. Reach high, breathe in. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Squeeze your legs together. Low belly in, sit your hips down and back, breathe in. Exhale, fly your arms. Big breath in. This time, connect your hands behind you. Shine your chest open, breathe in. And then as long as this works for your shoulders, keep your bind, forward fold. Squeeze your legs into the block if you still are holding it. Big breath in. And breathe out. One more breath in. On your exhale, release your hands, release your block off to the side for the moment. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Then sink your hips back, reach your arms forward. We're coming back to a chair pose. But this time, upright twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Draw your low belly and twist deeper to the right. Use your knees as an indicator of where your hips are. So level off your knees. So again, this twist is coming from your mid-upper back as opposed to from your hips rotating. Breathe in. Then on your exhale, hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Bring your right palm on top. Prayer twisted chair. Bring your gaze toward your right foot. Actively squeeze your right quad. Slowly pick your left foot up off the ground. Use your hands here anytime. And then slowly extend your left leg back to fly. Keep that bend in your right knee. Keep actively squeezing your right quad. Breathe, keep breathing, big breath in. On your exhale, straighten your standing leg. Straighten out your arms, revolve your half moon. You gotta engage your left glute. Lift your left leg up higher. And then before you move, visualize this. We're gonna turn this into a reverse warrior. So you're gonna step back to your left toes, bring your heel to the ground, windmill, open your arms. As you're ready, reverse your warrior. Hold. Adjust your feet so they're where you want them. Keep this length in your right side body. Then exhale, extended side angle. So bring your right arm somewhere in front of your right leg. Add work for your right hip here by pressing your arm and your leg, your right arm and leg into each other. And then without moving your feet, pull your feet toward each other. Then to touch deeper from where you're at into your right knee. Keep pressing your arm and your leg together. Pull your feet together. Big breath in. Breathe out. One more breath in here. You got this. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Good girl. Your exhale, straighten your right leg. Adjust your feet for your triangle. Press your feet down, squeeze your quads, triangle pose. So any variation within your arms, it supports length in your sides. Breathe, big breath in. Breathe out. Rise up, high pyramid pose, breathe in. Your exhale, bring your heels in, toes out, hands through our center, bend into your knees, sit down horse stance. Roll your shoulders up and back. Find a really subtle tuck of your tail to lengthen your spine. Draw your low belly toward your spine to support your low back. On your inhale, pick your heels up. You always have the option to keep your feet fully grounded. If you're moving your feet, inhale, pick your heels up. And exhale, heels to the ground. Playing with something slightly different. Inhale, pick your toes up. That might be like a 1/4 inch. Exhale, toes down. Inhale, pick your heels up. Feel as though you're pressing your knees apart or open. Exhale, heels to the ground. Keep pressing your knees open. Inhale, pick your toes up. Breathe right into your inner thighs. Exhale, toes down. Gentle tuck of your tail, low belly in. Inhale, pick your heels up. Exhale, heels down. One more time here. Inhale, pick your toes up. Exhale, down. So rise up, high pyramid pose. Breathe in. On your exhale, parallel your feet. So both sets of toes point forward. Draw your low belly and hinge halfway. So you're reaching the top of your head and your hands forward. Keep pulling your low belly up and in so there's minimal arch in your low back. Press your feet into the ground, squeeze your quads. Breathe, big breath in. You got this, breathe out. One more breath in. On your exhale, keep that length through your spine, fold to the ground. Big breath in. And breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. On your exhale, we're going to take a side angle lunge into your left knee. So point your left toes to that left corner over there. Bend into your left knee. Right leg is straight. You can be on your palms. You can be on your fingers. You can bring your hands to heart center. To add work for your left hip here, press your left arm and leg into each other. And then press down through your right foot so you're breathing right into that stretch in your right inner thigh. Big breath in. You got this. Breathe out. One more breath in. On your exhale, unwind top of your space, slow lunge. Ground your palms. Shift your weight to your left foot. Extend your right leg up and back. 3 leg. Down dog. Breathe in. Bend and scorpion. Breathe out. Engage right glute. Lift your hip up. Breathe in. On your exhale, bring your right knee to float on the outside of your right elbow. Engage your right glute to lift your knee up higher. Step your foot to the outside of your hand. Let's bend into your right knee. Breathe in. Exhale, step your left foot up, frog pose. Sit your hips back. And then wherever your hips are, so mine are pretty low, but your hips could be right here, that's perfect. Wherever they're at, press into your feet, lift up just a little bit so that you're not hanging on your knee joints. And then add work for your hips and inner thighs here by pressing your arms and your legs into each other. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Breathe. You're here for 3. You got this for 2. Big breath in. On your exhale, stand up. Bring your feet to point in. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And exhale, fold. Sink your hips back, reach your arms forward. Chair pose, breathe in. And slide your feet together so your legs are together. And then exhale, upright twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Make sure your knees and your hips are square to the front of your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Bring your left palm on top. So prayer twisted chair. Keep your twist. Bring your gaze in front of your left toes. Actively push through your left foot. Engage your quad. Float your right foot up toward your glute. And then really slowly extend your right leg back to fly. You got this. Keep breathing. Big breath in. Breathe out. Another breath in. On your exhale, lengthen out your standing leg. Open up your arms. Revolve your half moon. Push through your left foot. Engage your right glute. Lift your leg up. And then visualize before you move this transition to a reverse warrior. And then as you're ready, reverse your warrior. Adjust your feet so they're where you want them. Keep this space in your left side body. Extended side angle, so left arm somewhere in front of your left leg. Add work for your left hip here by pressing your arm and leg into each other. And then without moving your feet, pull your feet toward each other. Bend a touch deeper into your left knee. 3 more full breaths here. Keep pressing your left arm and leg together. Big breath in. You got this. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Exhale. Straighten out your left leg. Adjust your feet for triangle. And then on your exhale, press your feet down, squeeze your quads, so full extension through your knees, triangle pose. Feel as though you're tucking your left hip underneath you as you peel open through your right side. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. Rise up, high pyramid pose. Breathe in, I'm turning around just to face you. Exhale, bring your heels in, toes out, hands to right center, bend into your knees, sit down, horse stance. You can stay right here with your heels on the ground, or pick both heels up off the ground. Sit your hips a little bit lower, feel as though you're pushing your knees apart, and then pulse your hips. You're here for 8. Soften the tops of your shoulders. 7, push your knees apart. 5, draw your low belly in, supporting your low back. 2, 1, heels to the ground. Press your feet to the ground, squeeze your quads, push your knees apart. Engage your glutes, pulse, you're here for 8, you've got this. 7, 6, 5, tops of your shoulders, soft. 4, 3, 2, breathe in, hold. 3 full breaths here, big breath in. Press your knees apart, really subtle tuck of your tail, breathe out, squeeze your glutes, big breath in, you've got this. Breathe out. 1 more breath in. Soften the tops of your shoulders, breathe out. Rise up, high pyramid pose, breathe in. Parallel your feet, connect your hands behind you, any connection between your hands, and then forward fold. Big breath in. Breathe out. Release your hands, take a halfway lift, breathe in. On your exhale, it's that side angle lunge, so point your right toes to that right corner of your mat. Bend into your right knee. Press through your left foot. Any variation within your hands. If you want more work for your right hip here, press your right arm and leg together. And then press down through your left foot so you're breathing right into your left inner thigh. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind to the top of your space, low lunge. So you're bending into your left knee. Ground your palms. Shift your weight to your right foot. Extend your left leg up and back. 3-leg down dog, breathe in. Bend in scorpion, breathe out. Big breath in. On your exhale, bring your left knee to float on the outside of your left elbow. Engage your left glute, lift your knee up higher. Step your foot to the outside of your hand. Bend into your left knee, breathe in. On your exhale, step your right foot up, frog pose. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. And then keeping a long spine, press into your feet, come up to standing. And then soften. All right, we're gonna add in balancing, which is both a balance challenge and requires you to engage with your legs a tiny bit more to control that balance, because we all wobble when we balance, that's normal. And the way to try to plant down is to really contract your muscles, so like to squeeze. And so the harder it is to balance, the more it forces you to really engage. Always have the option to not stand on something if that doesn't feel secure. If you're standing on something, place your right foot on whatever you're standing on. If you're not standing on something, come standing on your right leg. Bring your left knee up, standing knee raise. And then extend your left foot forward. Push through both feet, engage your quads. Upright twist, right arm forward, left arm back. And then coming through almost a baby half moon, you're gonna step back into a warrior 2. Keep your right foot on the block. Adjust your feet in whatever way for your warrior two. For me, that means stepping my left foot back further. Reverse to your warrior. Hold. Use this block, so that lift in your right foot, if you have it, to stretch right into your right inner thigh. Exhale, extended side angle here. Right arm in front of your right leg. Push through both feet. Press your right arm and your leg together. Big breath in. You got this. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Hold. You're going to transition this into a crescent lunge. So that means bringing my left foot back in a little bit closer. You're going to come onto your left toes. Bring your left arm up. From here, without momentum, warrior three. So bend into your right knee. Float your left leg. Breathe in. On your exhale, bring your left knee in toward your chest. Wrap your left leg around your right. Wrap your left arm underneath your right, eagle pose. Squeeze the tops of your inner thighs together. Whether you're reaching for palms or shoulders, lift your elbows up, press your arms forward, so you're breathing into that space between your shoulder blades. Actively squeeze your standing quad. And then take your time. Unwind, standing knee raise. Extend your left foot back forward. Push through both feet, engage your quads. And then really slowly, pendulum standing split. So you're using that right quad to control this descent. Of course, bring your left foot to the ground anytime you need it. Once your hands get to the ground, use your outer right hip, steer your left hip bone down. Engage your left glute, lift your left leg up higher, press through your standing foot, and then slowly bend into your right knee. Reach your left toes back, low lunge. Ground your palms, scoop your right knee up into your chest, three-leg down dog, breathe in. Bend in scorpion, breathe out. Big breath in. On your exhale, bring your right knee to float on the outside of your right elbow. And then step your foot to the outside of your hand, move your block for the moment. We're going to come into a variation on lizard pose. This time, keep your left toes curled under, if that works for your back leg. Begin to bend your elbows. You're going to reach your right arm underneath your right leg. So, I don't have enough space, but this way. Maybe, stay right here. Maybe clasp your palms in front of your right ankle. Maybe reach back behind you for a bind. Use your inner thigh strength here to help support you. Press that back left knee away from the ground. You're here for 3, you've got this. For 2, big breath in. Unwind your arms. Let's slide your right foot back to meet your left. And downward facing dog. Breathe out. Inhale, press up high into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. And then walk your feet forward to meet your hands, forward fold. Top of your space. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Then take your block, place it down on the ground lengthwise so that your foot can stand on it if you're using a block. If not, that's perfect. Eating here. Stepping onto your block or stepping forward onto your left foot. As you're ready, slowly pick that right knee up. And it's totally normal to be uneven between sides. I certainly am uneven between feet in both balance and strength. And most of us are asymmetrical. Or all of us really are asymmetrical. Extend your right foot forward. Engage your quads. Upright twist, left arm forward, right arm back. And then it's that really slow step back into your warrior two. From here, adjust your feet. For me, that means stepping my right foot back a little bit. Reverse your warrior. Hold. Keep bending into your left knee. Breathe right into the front of your left inner thigh, quad, hip flexor. And then extended side angle. Bring your left arm somewhere in front of your left leg. Press your arm and your leg together. Keep bending into your left knee. Push both feet into the ground. Big breath in. You got this. Breathe out. And then reverse your warrior. We're turning this into a crescent lunge. So adjust your back foot. For me, that means bringing it closer. Coming on. My left foot bounce, really, it's not awesome. Come on to your right foot. Arms reach up. Bend into your left knee. Hinge. So it's that same hinging we had from our high pyramid when we were this way and leaning forward. So low belly up and in, so there's minimal arch in your low back. You're reaching forward. So reach forward. And then without pushing off your back foot, float your right leg, warrior three. From here, bend your right knee in toward your chest. Wrap your right leg around your left, eagle legs. Right arm underneath your left, eagle arms. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift your elbows up, push your arms forward. Big breath in. You got this, breathe out. Rest that right foot whenever you need to or want to. Unwind, standing knee raise, breathe in. Extend your right foot forward, breathe out. Squeeze both quads. And then really slow pendulum standing split. Of course, use your foot, your right foot, anytime. When your hands get to the ground, recommit to pushing through your standing foot. Steer your right hip bone down, engage your right glute, lift your leg up higher. And then bend into your left knee, reach your right foot all the way back, low lunge. Press your hands into the ground, swoop your knee up into your chest. And then three-leg down dog, left leg up and back, breathe in. Bend in, scorpion, breathe out. Big breath in. On your exhale, bring your left knee to float outside of your left elbow. Engage your left glute and hip, lift your knee up higher. Step your foot to the outside of your hand. So our variation on lizard pose. Keep your back legs strong. You can stay right here. Maybe begin to bend your elbows, reach your left arm underneath your left leg. Maybe wrap your palms around your left ankle. Maybe keep reaching that left arm underneath your left leg, but reach back behind you for a bind. You're using primarily your inner thighs here, but really your whole quad and glute muscle to support that balance. Big breath in. On your exhale, if you're bound, unbind. Bring your hands back to the inside of your foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right, downward facing dog. Inhale, press up high into your toes. Exhale, heels toward the ground. And then walk your feet forward to meet your hands, forward fold. Top of your space. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, squat down. Let's take your block with you if you have one or a book. Come to your back. Ready to come back into a bridge pose. If you're holding something, place it between your knees or your inner thighs, somewhere where you could hold. Bring your fingers to graze your heels. Press your shoulder blades into the ground. Press your feet down, engage your glutes, lift your hips, squeeze into the whatever you're holding if you're holding something. If you're not holding something, keep focusing on engaging your glutes, lift your hips up higher. Press your shoulder blades into the ground. Keep squeezing your legs together, pull your feet toward your arms. Big breath in. And exhale. Slowly lower down. Release your block if you have it. Hug your knees up into your chest. Take any intuitive movement here. And then right where we started, bring your feet to the ground about mat width. Let your knees come to the left, arms up and to the right, that corner. And this time, rather than pushing, let gravity just gently pull on your legs. So you're stretching with gravity, the front of your right quad and hip flexor, and your side body. And as you're ready, make your way back through center. Switch your sides. Again, let gravity here is gently pull on your legs. As you're ready, come back to center. So let your feet come together, your knees fall out wide. And again here, let gravity gently pull on your knees as you, one last time this class, stretch into your inner thighs. And take your time, hug your knees back in, hug them into your chest, take any intuitive movement here. And then hug your knees and tuck your chin up into your chest. Take the tightest squeeze of your day so far, breathe in. And exhale into your Shavasana, whatever final shape of class feels best to your body this moment. Back to noticing your breath. Let's space the top of your breath, slowing your breath out. Pause right at the bottom of your breath, softening the edge between your breath out and your breath back in. Thank you for sharing your practice and letting me share that time and practice with you. Such a privilege. Hope you have a wonderful rest of or a wonderful whole Friday and weekend, and I look forward to getting to share practice with you again soon. Namaste.